Attention loyal fans of the Cleveland Browns. An important update has just come in, and it could completely change the outlook of the AFC North while directly impacting the team's path toward a potential Super Bowl berth. We're talking about a strategic shift within the division that could knock down one of our main rivals in the coming years and open a rare window of opportunity for Cleveland to finally establish itself among the elite of the NFL. But before we dive into the details, if you're truly passionate about the Browns, click the subscribe button right now and help us strengthen this incredible community. Let's reach the 2,000 subscriber mark together. Share this news with other fans and make the Browns' voice echo throughout the entire NFL. Browns Nation, stop everything you're doing. Because if this gets confirmed, the NFL is going to shake. What once seemed impossible, distant, even provocative, is now on the table. The Browns are flirting with a name that carries weight, history, respect, and above all, power. Yes, we are talking about John Harbaugh. According to the latest reports, the Cleveland Browns have made contact, requested an interview, and put themselves in line. But that's not the real question. The question that truly matters is this: are the Browns prepared for what John Harbaugh demands? Because this isn't just a hire. This is a power shift. It's a structural shock. It's an earthquake inside the franchise. Harbaugh is not an ordinary coach. He doesn't arrive asking for permission. He arrives setting conditions, roster control, full autonomy, franchise, coach salary, the right to choose his staff, and perhaps the most controversial of all, the power to directly influence front office decisions. And this is where things heat up. Because right now, the man in charge of the roster is Andrew Berry. And the reports make it clear, Harbaugh does not usually share that kind of authority. So the question is blunt, Browns fan. Would the Browns be willing to demote, limit, or even remove Andrew Berry to put John Harbaugh in charge? Would you make that trade? The Cleveland Browns have officially requested an interview with John Harbaugh's representation team, but it remains to be seen whether the franchise will even get the chance to present its proposal to the former head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. 7 teams, in addition to the Ravens, currently have head coaching vacancies, including the Browns. Adam Schefter of ESPN reported earlier this week that 7 teams contacted Harbaugh's agent within a 45-minute window after Baltimore decided to part ways with its coach, who had been in the role for 18 years. On Saturday, January 10th, Harbaugh made a revelation that is certainly bad news for about half the teams courting him this offseason. Speaking to Fox, Harbaugh said that several teams had reached out since his dismissal, but that he plans to narrow his choice down to 3 or 4 teams before beginning negotiations, according to ESPN. He said he would use the weekend to evaluate his options. The Browns' best chance to land John Harbaugh is to meet his entire list of considerable demands. According to most NFL analysts, the New York Giants, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Miami Dolphins are among the leading candidates to hire Harbaugh. However, Harbaugh will consider more than just market size and current roster when deciding where to apply and, ultimately, which team he will coach. Tony Grossi of ESPN Cleveland reported on Friday a long list of prerequisites teams must meet before Harbaugh will even consider accepting a vacant position: a $20 million annual salary, a $10 million yearly budget for the coaching staff, final say on personnel decisions, and a hand-picked general manager. It's unclear whether any team in the league will agree to all 4 demands. But if Cleveland is willing to go all the way to meet Harbaugh's terms, that would likely mean firing general manager Andrew Berry. For now, Berry still appears to be in control of the situation amid the Browns' search for a new head coach. That doesn't seem likely to change for several reasons. First, the Browns fired former head coach Kevin Stefanski earlier this week, but chose to keep Berry after an exceptional 2025 draft class. Second, Berry spoke at length with the media on Saturday about the coaching search, during which he appeared to have full control of the process. "We're going to look for something different than maybe some of the other openings, considering where our team is right now," Berry said Saturday, according to ESPN. "Some good coaches might fit what we're looking for, but not necessarily what the Tennessee Titans are looking for. Some might fit the Giants, but not necessarily us. We're looking for the right leader and the right partner for our current situation, and I'm very confident we'll find that person." Cleveland boasts the 4th best defense in the league and Harbaugh's admiration for the franchise dating back to his playing days, which could strengthen their candidacy. Additionally, money should not be an issue if the Browns are truly motivated to hire the former Super Bowl winning coach. And there's more. We're not talking about just any coach on the market. We're talking about a man who spent years dominating the division with the Baltimore Ravens. A coach who knows every detail of the AFC North. Who knows how to win in January. Who knows how to build culture, discipline, and identity. Imagine the psychological impact of that, Harbaugh on the Browns, facing his former team twice a year. This isn't just football. This is war. But now comes the part that divides the fanbase. Harbaugh won't accept just any project. He's already signaled that he'll only talk to a few teams. He wants a roster ready to win now, not in 3 years, not in a rebuild. And that raises another uncomfortable question. Is the current Browns roster enough to convince a coach of this caliber?